All right, welcome back, everybody, for another Motu Origins review. Mattel Creations one. Before we get going, let's hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to check out some other videos. Got a lot of cool Masters of the Universe. If you really liked Origins line, there's a lot of cool pictures and setup videos I've done with other figures. And I have playlists for those, so you don't have to go search them out. Otherwise, we're here for a Rokkon, review video. And this figure, I had this figure, and he's absolutely one of my absolute favorite growing up. He had the transforming thing. I always used him as a what do you call it, a desk paperweight, just because it looked like a rock. And people, those weirdos that don't know what He-Man were, sometimes they would pick it up and they'd be like, oh, it's actually a little figure or whatever. They'd probably say something like, oh, cool, a transformer, something like that. But we finally got this figure. We're one step closer to completing out, the Origins line. If you look, at the back of this card, we actually have Stondar on there. Let's stop him from rotating for a second here. Yeah, so we got Stondar there too, along with Rokkon, fighting Hordak actually, Leech, and then yet another figure that we don't have yet, Modulok. So they've been teasing him a lot more. I believe he's in the Extendar, card art too, that we saw this week. So here's three of the last few vintage we still need. They've been kind of giving us some side characters that were never vintage. In vintage, which I really do appreciate. Hopefully they do, no matter what, keep the vintage line rolling, even if they, gotta come up with characters straight out of the comic. It would be amazing to see that. So I'm very happy with it. For a second I thought things were going to calm down. No, I don't think things are going to calm down with Origins. I expected to collect all the vintage and just be done with it, but no, they're finding ways to get more money out of me, which is just fine. I don't care, whatever. Give me Battle Ram, give me whatever. I don't have it yet, so if you can come up with it, I'll probably buy it. So there's still a few things left. But otherwise, let's take Rokkon out of his package and take a closer look at him. All right, so here we got him out of the package, and he looks great. Like I said, I have the original. I was thinking of digging him out, maybe for this video. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find him real quick. I'm not going to put out too much of an effort. He used to be just hidden around my house randomly. I would pick him up and move him, and I can't remember where I left him last. He might just be in my old toys or something. My old Masters that I still have. But anyways, I really like this. Like anytime you add articulation to any figure, I'm happy. With this one, his head twists. The old one, his head did not twist. His arms and legs were solid pieces. I'm just noticing now there's actually a waist twist to it, which is also amazing. His ankles, the shins twist, or the knees are good. I'm very happy, very pleased with this, in this mode anyway, this figure. The mini comic is it's all right. It's nothing special. It just kind of gives, I believe some kind of, I don't know, it's just basically a history of their planet or something. I didn't really understand it. Their comics just keep getting worse and worse, and the art, I just don't like. This art I think would be good, maybe for a certain comics, but I'm just not into this art for this particular for a Masters of the Universe comic. It just doesn't feel right. It should be more vintage looking or something. But whatever. Sorry I insulted whoever made this, but it doesn't fit for me. The one thing I will say about the comic is you see a bunch of different rock people in the comic. This would be another thing that they could do that would make me extremely happy as a buyer, is create more than just Rokkon and Stondar. This woman in the comic, obviously her, but there's like 3 or 4 other, maybe even more different styles of rock people. And I would be extremely happy if we had a society of rock people. Like, you guys know how much I love the fact that we have so many Snake Men, and we have the Horde, and we have the Evil Warriors. And I also army built Beast Man just to have a bunch of different Beast Man figures, and even the avians. I army built them. If we can get a society of stone people, I would be so happy. So it would just be pretty cool. And I didn't realize that they're from Etheria. Like I thought they were from Eternia, not Etheria. So that's kind of a different deal. I'll have to do some She-Ra shots with them and definitely use Horde, as the bad guys that he would take on. Before we go any farther, I would like to before we take pictures of him, I'd like to, transform him into his rock version. So let's go to that. All right, so we got him transformed to his rock version. This is just kind of sad. The old one, the original one, actually did a really good job of folding up into a rock for the most part. Like, this one is just god-awful, especially with the legs. And I've also seen people break a peg. A guy broke a peg on one of the knees. So I am just not going to chance transforming him into that. But look at this part here. Like, you can't tell me there's any way to get that together. Like, there just isn't. Like, you can't get his legs together. Here's the original one. So yeah, here's the original one. Obviously you can tell there's something going on with it, but it looks so much better than the new one does. Like the legs come together and the arms come together. Obviously it's not articulated as well as a new one, but as far as the transforming goes, it does a really good job, I think. Actually, there's Rokkon, and then what's the other one? Stondar. Stondar is actually even better than this one, I think, or he hides it better. But otherwise, the new one. Which one would I rather have? I'd definitely still rather have the new one. Just it's always because of the articulation for me. The rock transformation is pretty cool and everything, but I want him to be able to be more than just a rock. Like I'd rather have the civilized, the humanoid form of them be the better part than the rock version, anyways. So just stinks that it doesn't come together. They just couldn't figure it out. I'm sure it was just too difficult to get all the pieces to fit together. I don't know what else it could have done. I suppose made the butt plates a lot bigger, the inside leg parts a lot bigger, but who knows what that would look like. Maybe it just looked terrible in rock, or in human form or whatever. Maybe it wouldn't work. So it stinks, but it is what it is. As I said, I think what we'll do is we'll move into some pictures based on, bring in some pictures with the Horde. Maybe make a funny picture making fun of his, rock transformation, how bad it is. And yeah, we'll go to that next. Let's take some pictures of this figure. All right, so our first shot is just making fun of how poorly Rokkon fits together. Like, we're gonna do a bunch of panel shots. It's gonna be 3 shots. This is the first one. The next one's gonna be multi-paneled. I guess you guys would have seen it at the beginning of this video. I haven't done it yet, so you guys are seeing it before I do. The pictures I create. But the first one is just like them walking up on Rokkon, folded up, and kind of noticing something about it. And anyways, just wanted to do a nature scene. Just they're out in the woods, walking down a trail, and there's obviously this not very well disguised rock. And there ended up being some blank spots in the background, so just as a kind of a Easter egg, I threw in the old Rokkon back there. And then there was another dead spot, and it looked like Mossman would make a good addition to this picture. And it would make sense, he's out in nature, and although this is supposed to be in Etheria, not at Eternia, but still, the picture works really well, and it's great to get Mossman back there. And the original Rokkon. But, like I said, the next shot's going to be in sequence, would be the paneled shot. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to go to the final shot just because I kind of got to mess with the setup a little bit. It'll be much easier for me in the long run if I just do the final shot for a setup next. Yeah, so this ended up turning out really good. I'm going to shut off my colored lights real quick because those are the ones that do the high-pitched squealing. I can hear it. I just wanted to have you guys open up the video with seeing those lights on it and having the effect, the blast effect lit up. This picture turned out better than I could have hoped. Adding Mossman in the background is definitely an improvement on this picture. The fact that you know, I've never really liked that extra head they gave us until now. The last two pictures turned out really good. Actually, now that, you know, this Mossman's turning up on clearance, I kind of want a second one, and I kind of want to customize him and glue a bunch of you know, other vegetation to him just to give him another look, because I just kind of threw some random vegetation on him, and I think he looks amazing in this picture. But yeah, the picture turned out great. It'll be the final shot in the sequence. We still have to go back and do just kind of the funny comedic shot that we're gonna do, but let's go on to that. Okay, so the first shot we did and the last shot we did, there's not, like, really no comedy involved in that one. This one there is. We're kind of doing a joke. We're turning those two panels into kind of a joke shot between them. This is going to be a paneled shot when I'm done. The first part of this is these two horde troopers walking up on you know, Rokkon bent over. He's in rock formation, and they see this, and they're like, "What exactly is this?" And it just kind of makes me giggle thinking of it. And then we'll do a paneled shot of the two of them looking at each other. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little shot that's kind of making fun of how bad he transforms. So let's go on to that other picture. Okay, so this will be the bottom panel. You guys would have seen this already. I haven't seen it yet, so it turned out really good, right, guys? Like, you guys saw it before I did. Yeah, we just got to get this bottom panel where you know, the two of them walk up, see this weird looking butt, you know, in this rock structure, and then they look at each other like, "What is this?" And right at that point in time, it's where Mossman ambushes one of them, and Rokkon takes on the other one. This picture turned out really, you know, the sequence of pictures, I guess it would be 4 pictures, I think turned out really good. You know, especially for me, just kind of having a Saturday where I'm just kind of bumming around, not doing much, and figured I'd put out another video. Yeah, I've been so lazy on them lately, and I just forget how much fun I have putting all this stuff together. So it turned out really good. Like I said, you know, the first picture and the last picture of the sequence are pretty serious, and then it's kind of fun just to throw this kind of funny picture in between them, connecting the two. So anyways, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Check out the description of the video from my Instagram and Facebook page. Also, check out some other playlists. I have Masters Mode 2 reviews, where I review quite a few different figures, and then I also have just my setup videos for all my Masters of the Universe pictures that I just kind of have fun, you know, taking just random pictures with everything. Usually I try to keep it themed with a lot of those pictures, a lot of those videos, but they're worth checking out if you're a huge Mo2 fan. A lot of cool pictures there. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you at the next video. Bye now.